Hey, Leo. How are ya? You excited? We're going to do your July reading. Get your cards laid out. Happy birthday to all of you Leos who are at the end of July. All right, well, our overall guidance from our affirmations deck: abundance, no judgment, and manifestations. Let's start with abundance. When you think back to your childhood or even your early adulthood, were you surrounded by people who cheered you on and supported you and congratulated you when you had achieved something? Or did your accomplishments, achievements, any of your successes go unnoticed? How about now? Who was it that convinced you that you don't deserve this? Why are you surrounding yourself with jealous or insecure people? Leo, you have some good shit coming. It's like your time to have a slice of the pie. We gotta get your mindset turned around here so you can be willing to accept it. The no judgment card. First sentence on that card says, I release myself from any and all judgments. Pretty plain and simple, right? Like, let the haters hate. Unless, of course, you're one of the haters. Your judgments of yourself are... they're not a free pass to be like a mopey, whiny bitch. Use it as motivation. If you know that you are insecure about something, then make that your goal. Make that something you're going to work on. Don't just sit back and subject yourself to whatever surrounds you. You're not a victim of your circumstance. Why is this all important? Because July 10th, Jupiter goes direct. What happens when Jupiter goes direct? We can manifest like a mother. And you guys got manifestation for a card. Hello. So, when I was reading this card, I kind of got the feeling like, why would anyone have the desire to tell God and everyone what their goals or their dreams or their game plans are? It seems unnecessary, right? You don't have to broadcast it to everybody. Maybe. As long as you are not using that as a way to prevent yourself from letting everyone know if you fail, or if you don't make a goal, or if you don't accomplish what you had planned at the exact time that you had planned, then everybody knows about it, right? If you are working on something, you're excited about something, you're proud of something, it's okay to talk to people about it and celebrate it and get excited about it, because not everybody's going to be a hater. Not everybody's going to doubt you. Even if you just have one cheerleader, and maybe her name is Jen and she's a Pisces and she just has always believed in you, maybe more than you believe in yourself. That's all you need, is just one. So don't cut yourself short on that and deny yourself maybe finding that one cheerleader who's going to keep pushing you when you've wanted to quit a million times or you did not even see it as a possibility. It can happen, and a lot of the times it is a direct result of having some serious appreciation for that one cheerleader. So, your spirit guides, they wanted to chime in. So they are throwing nature spirits and eagle medicine at you. With the nature spirits, kind of continues the theme, and I don't mean to be negative Nancy, but there's some things that just have to be talked about. And lucky for you, I'm typically that person that's like, oh, boundaries? Potential feelers getting hurt? Nobody else will say it? All right, sign me up. So, we're going to talk about this. Who do you feel judged by? Because feeling judged by others can be detrimental to our overall well-being. And to avoid that, we tend to isolate ourselves from others. But if you're going to take that approach, at least isolate yourself out in nature. Because most of those 40, 50, 60-foot trees were born long before jealousy and judgment and resentment and insecurities. So that way, You've narrowed down your possibilities or your potential of being judged to just you and your thoughts. It eliminates a lot of the outside factors. And that's how we get grounded out in nature, because we eliminate all of those outside factors. I think it was the cancer video that I talked about this too, where do you think the tree worries if anybody thinks that their leaves are too big or too green, or their roots are too long? Or the river worries if people think there's too many bends or forks in it? Fuck no. Nope. They just do their thing. Meanwhile, while they're doing their thing, it happens to be one of the most sought after things to go and sit in that energy that they have, because they offer such peace. And the Ego Medicine card, it's kind of like your guide's way of reassuring you that you have the strength and the stamina to face the fear of what others think of you, because your perspective is about to be taken to new heights. It's like the eagle over the Grand Canyon that I talk about all the time, like that level of new heights. When you do that, you are able to see a clearer reality. Most often, what you think people think of you is probably not very accurate and a little bit dramatic, but then the ones who you know what they think of you and it's negative, that's simply just a mirrored reflection of their insecurities that they project on you. That's all that is. And so if you can know that and you can understand that, you're able to move forward and be like, yeah, go ahead. That's fine. Good luck with that. So as we're building up our confidence and manifesting like a mother, we move into your work, career, and finance. Now, this isn't going to be for every Leo because this is a general reading. So if it doesn't resonate, fabulous. You're lucky because it's kind of a shitty area. You guys have Temperance reversed, and then you have Three of Wands reversed also. So, Temperance, I'm going to do some funky numerology with you here. So normally we add numbers, right? But these cards are reversed. So, Temperance is card 14. 4 minus 1 is 3, right? Then you have the Three of Wands, which leads us to the common number of what? 3. So let's talk about the numerology of 3. So there's various facets of the numerology that, we can talk about with any number, but a couple of things that come to mind. If your life path number is 3 and you're in a position or an industry where you're not allowed to express your creative or inventive abilities, you're gonna be miserable. You're gonna be crabby. You're not gonna want to go to work. If your personality number is a 3 and you're in a position that limits your ability to socialize with others, you'll probably be one of the many who would rate their satisfactory or fulfillment at like a 1 or a 2 out of 10. But here's the big one, Leo. If your soul number is a 3, you're likely to be sensitive to criticism, which is why one of your life lessons is that you can't please everyone all the time. Some might see you as loud or cocky or too confident, but that's simply because they're probably known as like Monotone Monica, who knows all too well what I mean when I'm referencing Missionary Mondays. That's a lot of M's, but what do I mean by that? She's boring as fuck, and her parents are probably having hotter sex than she is. That's what I mean, Leo. Jealous people project their insecurities onto others in the form of douchery, like constant negativity, taking little stabs here and there. You just have to see that it is what it is and realize that that's their parade to walk in, not yours. And then you keep trucking along. How this ties in so nicely with the cards is that Temperance in reverse is, in The Lion King, remember how well it went anytime that anyone criticized any of the lions in the movie? Like, no matter if it was constructive criticism or not. Like, not so good, right? Just so happens, Leo, you guys are lions. How well do you receive criticism? It's like your time to listen to Vanilla Ice and stop, collaborate, and listen. And then discover the reason for the imbalance in your work area or whatever area of your life is imbalanced right now. The Three of Wands reversed is being able to have this new awareness coming up in the month of July. You will find this new awareness of not only your situation, but your relationship with those around you. Once you've adjusted your perspective as to the intention of those offering constructive criticism, you can understand that you can have confidence as you head out onto this new journey, that not everybody is just trying to cut you down. Maybe some see the potential in you and what you're going after, but maybe they think you would have greater success with a couple tweaks and, changes here and there. Not everybody is even willing to put that out there. So be thankful to those who do, because maybe it's just that one little change or alteration that's going to make all the difference. Your love and relationships. You guys have friendship and children. So let's start with friendship. Why is it when we get older or we have kids that we choose to create fancy words for the excuses we make as to why we suck ass at actually following through on plans that we've made with our friends? Adulting. One of the most well-known creative words to describe the excuse that is supposed to make it all okay, that we only ever talk about how we need to get together, but we don't ever actually put forth the effort into making it happen. We need friendship. It's vital to our happiness, to our balance in our life. When kids are in school, so sad that little boy or that little girl doesn't have any friends. I feel so bad my kid doesn't have any friends in school. Well, why don't you feel bad that you don't have any friends? It's just the same. We gotta make a bigger effort. And I'm gonna tell you, Leo, I am one of the biggest to be included in this category. I legit suck. And then when I do actually follow through with my plans, I'm normally fucking late anyhow. But I, too, need to make it a point to actually go out and socialize. How did you guys become friends? Because at one point, you weren't so busy, or you weren't so tired or distracted or depressed that you actually went out and you discussed things. You had a conversation. You clicked. You had fun. And we need more fun in our lives. We do. Here's a really cool card for you guys. This is a very reassuring card that I think is going to bring someone very specific, and I don't know who, but someone very specific some reassurance or healing. Children. So whether your children are grown, they're out on their own, they're just starting out on their journey and they're still in diapers, they're covered in fur, or unfortunately have gained their wings already, your angels are saying to you, just as parents have that need to ensure that your kids are safe, your angels are doing the exact same thing for you. So even though us as parents want to make sure, that we're holding our kids' hand, until a certain age when they cross the road because they might forget to look both ways. Us as adults can sometimes forget to look both ways. When we get hasty, when we get, anxious, when we get impatient, we just charge into something and don't look both ways while there's a potential to get blindsided by the Mack truck. Our angels are saying, during this month of July, you keep manifesting like a mother because we got you. We are on traffic control. We are the lifeguards. We got you. We are going to make sure that you're okay in the end. And lastly, your spirit animal is the fly. Not sure if you guys have a Cancer in your life, but this is the second thing that has been similar from the Cancer reading. There's a perfect example of the fly in the Cancer video, where no matter how big or small the distraction or something that's annoying you is, it doesn't matter the size of it. It's all about how much focus you put on it. And another really cool concept to this card is that, okay, so if you see a Volkswagen Beetle, what do? It's like a free pass to smoke your loved ones within arm's reach and say, ha, slug bug. With the fly, if you have a fly that's, constantly bugging you in your face, before you get to the point where you're going to grab the fly swatter, go all ninja with it, take a moment to use that example. Every time that a fly is bothering you in the month of July, stop for just a second and just do a little bit of inventory. Don't miss the little things while we're busy buzzing through life. So if the fly comes up, you can stop and you can say, okay, have I been on my phone for the past hour? Am I avoiding my kids? Have I been the person who's pretending to take a shit in the bathroom, but really it's just because I don't want to go do the dishes? Or when was the last time I went and volunteered? Maybe I should go make an appointment for that. Maybe I should X, Y, and Z. Whatever it is in your life that you tend to neglect or kind of just forget about because we get busy, have that be the subject that comes up when the fly is bugging you. The fly might be just as annoying, but at least you're accomplishing something while letting the fly raise your blood pressure. All right. Well, Leo, the only other thing I have for you quickly is your astrology for July. So on the 12th, there's going to be a solar eclipse. That's our new moon. For you guys, it's going to be in your 12th house. So it's kind of like a transitional, sitting in idle period of time. And it's your house of going within and doing volunteer work, such as places like hospitals. You might also use this time to do some research and make a game plan on that new venture that you've been working on or thinking about, because now that you're building up your confidence, you're going to start pushing forward on that. This new moon is in opposition to Pluto, which is your 6th house. So, going back to the work, I know, but it can create some power struggles and uncertainties about your future employment. You might feel like saying fuck it and quitting, or feel like you have to walk on eggshells to prevent yourself from being shit-canned. It's going to be a little bit of a touch and go time. Don't make any rash, all of a sudden choices, because chances are it is probably going to be a bad choice. Just saying. Full moon. The full moon is on I believe it's the 27th or the 28th. It's also the lunar eclipse. That is kind of like the big bang or the culmination of all of these emotions surrounding your relationships and your partnerships in your personal life and your career life. Unfortunately, or fortunately for you, Leo, this falls in your 7th house of relationships. So, sometimes if we've been dragging our feet or biting our tongue, whatever you want to say, the universe turns into the impatient, diabetic-friendly diva who takes care of business, and she marches right in and takes care of whatever you've been pussyfooting around for months now. Yep, that's what happens, Leo. So, remember, sometimes blessings come in many forms, even as disguises. We know that's true because even Garth wrote a song about it, and he thanked God for all of his unanswered prayers. So, I hope you have a lovely month. Happy birthday again if your birthday month is in July. And don't forget, manifest like a mother. And I will see you again in August. Have a good one.